Day to all who celebrate. This is Run It Back. Michelle Beadle, Chandler Parsons, Lou Will. I feel like I'm way too bright for what's going on up here right now.
The allergies?
Yeah, it's killing us. Well, it's not killing you. It's not even a Kleenex in the box. But the good news is we went from no games last night, obviously, to a whole bunch of great games tonight. We're going to get into that right away. We also have World Series championship pitcher Jack Flaherty's on the show.
Still drinking.
I was going to ask, I was waiting, I was like, is he sober?
We should take a shot with Jack.
Oh.
We should take a shot of Jack with Jack. Let's do it. All right, headlines. Yeah, we did have some news yesterday. Wasn't completely without NBA stuff. Joel Embiid officially suspended 3 games for shoving the columnist Marcus Hayes. I know everyone feels the way they feel. How do you feel about this punishment?
I think it's fair. I think you have to take measures when it comes to this, and you can never resort to violence. And Joel knows that he made a mistake here, and he owned up to it, and he was okay with the consequences. He made that very, very clear. So I think it's also a perfect time for him to get suspended, knowing that he's already out. So, so it's not like they're missing, getting double the suspension here. So listen, I think this was tempers flared, but I think you have to be the bigger man when you're Joel Embiid, although I agree with him, and I probably would have done the same thing, but there had to be some sort of suspension, so I think the 3-game suspension is fair, and like I said, it doesn't hurt Philly even more than it already is, because he's not playing those 3 games anyway, so it's not the end of the world. It's not like it's an important time this season, playoff, something like that, so I think it's rightly deserved, and I think he's okay with it as well.
It's a non-issue for me. There was a disagreement, there was a line crossed, there was a shove. A point was made, consequences were accepted, a lesson was learned, and a boundary was set, and Joel Embiid took responsibility for his actions. The team issued an apology. You hadn't seen either of the actual parties involved say anything about it.
I haven't, huh?
And that's that on that. Let's get back to hoop.
All right, fair enough. I think the timing is, he probably wasn't going to play anyways. It almost feels like.
Welcome back to HoopZone Sport News. Today we're diving deep into the drama surrounding Joel Embiid and the NBA's decision to suspend him for 3 games without pay. Here's what happened. After the Sixers' recent loss to the Grizzlies, Embiid found himself in hot water following a confrontation with Marcus Hayes, a longtime Philadelphia Inquirer columnist. Hayes' article touched on Embiid's missed games, tying his absences to personal references, including his late brother and his son, which clearly struck a nerve for the Sixers superstar. The NBA acted quickly, suspending Embiid for 3 games, starting with tonight's matchup against the Clippers. Now, opinions are swirling across the sports world about whether this was a fair punishment. Stephen A. Smith and other prominent analysts weighed in, agreeing that while Embiid's frustration was understandable given the sensitive nature of the comments, physical contact with a member of the media crosses a line in the league's eyes. Although Embiid didn't throw a punch, he did place his hands on the reporter's shoulders, reportedly in a heated moment. The NBA's message is clear. No matter how intense emotions get, the league has 0 tolerance for players physically confronting the press. Now let's talk about the impact this suspension could have on the Sixers. Embiid is the backbone of Philly's offense and a fan favorite in a city that takes its basketball seriously. His absence in these next 3 games will undoubtedly test the depth and resilience of the team, and it raises questions about how Philly will handle the pressure without their MVP on the court. With the Sixers pushing hard this season and fans packing the arena every night, they'll need to step up big to avoid losing their momentum in the standings. Many analysts are also highlighting the tension between players and the media, especially when coverage goes beyond the court and into personal territory. Columnists have the right to voice strong opinions, but was Hayes' article out of bounds? Stephen A. Smith argued that while criticism is part of the job, bringing up Embiid's family might have crossed a line, particularly given the sensitive background of his brother's passing. At the same time, the responsibility lies on players to maintain control no matter how personal the criticism feels. So what does this mean for Embiid and the Sixers going forward? This season has seen high expectations for Philadelphia, and Embiid is under pressure to prove himself as a leader. He's already missed a significant portion of games in his career, which Hayes' article pointed out, questioning Embiid's commitment to consistently being on the court. Philly fans, what are your thoughts? Was the NBA's punishment fair? And do you think the reporter's comments went too far? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you're enjoying our content, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more NBA updates right here on HoopZone Sport News.